Hello and a very warm welcome to New Age Parenting. It's a program actually for New Age parents. These New Age kids have to be dealt in a different way, and that's what we are trying to explore. Thank you so much for such tremendous response. We have received so many emails and phone calls, and so many parents are thanking and giving love. In fact, one of the parents have actually shared that she feels her daughter is somebody who was there in her life, maybe her grandparent or somebody, and that can be true because spiritual significance says that families travel together throughout their lives, throughout different lives we take. So in fact, in today's spiritual significance, we are going to focus about the role of the mother. Yes, mother is the most important person in one's life, and as a special being, she had also promised that she will nurture, give unconditional love to the being throughout her life, and that's not very easy in today's time. So who will be the perfect mother? What kind of a being will be who will actually be there always whenever the child calls? And child can be of any age, so the whole life child looks for his or her mother. Who is a mother? Let's try to explore and find out in our spiritual significance today.
As we understand, at the subconscious level, when soul decides to come back to the world drama, it chooses the set of parents who'll help him in the process of learning. The role of a mother is the most important aspect in one's life. She's the first connect the being has with the mortal world. Soul enters the womb in the 5th month, and for the next 4 months remains in complete consciousness of its awareness. Mother plays the vital role of the nurturer. She helps in shaping the personality of the being. She not only gives physical birth to the child, but as the first teacher, she gives spiritual and emotional strength to the child. Mother is the life force for every being. Her faith in the child makes him succeed even when he is destined to fail. As a mother, remember, you hold the fate of your child in your own faith in the child.
We can see the role of a mother in one's life. Yes, she's a most important person. Whenever I'm in pain, whenever I'm looking for love, comfort, care, I look for her, I call for her. And she's also always there because she promised that she will be the one who will take care of me. But in today's time, when everyone is facing the peer pressures, our parents are also facing peer pressures. Yes, they have a different kind of pressures. And for parents, when the child is everything, the way parents say, child is my world. So when something happens, something goes wrong in that world, in that child, the parent feels the pressure. So for a parent, at times, child becomes the prized property. But is it right? How much the child goes through? Child actually goes through their own peer pressures also, and if there are additional pressures from parents, what happens? That's the biggest conflict in our soul searching segment today, that who goes through the peer pressure? Is it the parents or the child? Or if they are both going through it, who will find the answer? Let's try to find out. Peer pressure is becoming the reality of today's youth. Partying, drinking, smoking, relationships, all are the outcomes of peer pressure. The friends, the peers who were supposed to be your mates and supporters are becoming a source of stress for you. Now, the choice is yours. Do you want to succumb to the pressure? or you have the will to fight it out. That's the reality which exists in society. There is peer pressure. In our soul searching segment today, we have two very beautiful people. We have Shweta Sardana, who is a teacher and also a mother. And we have Avni Chand, who is a student of class 12th and I think faces peer pressure. Let's try to find out. A very warm welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Hello. And we start with you, Shweta.
Okay.
Is it that the peer pressure only exists with kids, or as parents we also feel the pressure?
Definitely. I really agree with that. There is competition. I mean, my son or my daughter is doing this and that, and you know, I mean, we look up to people. We whatever the best thing is there, we want that for our child. And at the end of it, I really feel, you know, I mean, because she's my only daughter, she's the one, you know, who has to, you know, tackle everything. She has to suffer.
She has
and
to suffer her peer pressure and her parents' peer pressure.
Absolutely,
also. How
absolutely.
beautiful. How would you define peer pressure?
Well, I think peer pressure would be a situation where a person, basically in our case a student or a friend, has to do something because his friends are doing it and he does not necessarily want to do that. It is because 5-10 people are doing it, he also has to do it. Because, you know, if you don't do that, you face a social boycott.
Do you discuss these things with your parents, that yes, I face this?
You have to be really courageous to face peer pressure and not succumb to it. To not succumb to peer pressure, you have to go to someone. You have to either you have to have a very strong personality, a very strong base of values, and only then can you actually.
Okay, how about the social boycott, you know, like how will your parent help?
There is nothing a parent can do. The maximum a parent can do is to go talk to the teachers, talk to the principal, or that is what you can do.
As a parent?
As a parent, I really feel, actually the first thing is that I actually feel that peer pressure is not always negative. It is also positive. You know, at times it really, you know, affects the child's life. And like, for example, if my daughter is sitting with intelligent sort of, you know, group of people, she will definitely, you know, I mean, think that even I should do something like that. Today, I mean, at this point, my daughter got really good, you know, marks in her 10th class exams. And that was just because of her peers. And whereas on the other hand, when she was in class 8th, she really had this bad peer pressure, you know, which was really negative on her. There was this one girl which was just bullying her like anything. And then my daughter was getting, you know, into the shell. And that was a time, thankfully, that she opened up with me. And I used to counsel her and, you know, took the situation.
How did you counsel her? What is it the parent's role becomes?
A home should be the harbor where, you know, a child wants to come after a storm, you know. Because after school, a home should be such a comfortable place where the child feels confident, should you know, feels needed, should, you know, gets his own importance and everything. So that was the time, you know, I sat down with my daughter, discussed things, and I told her that there should be nothing and nobody in this world which would affect your personality.
Suppose the pressure is to go into something which is a taboo at home. Maybe, you know, anything, experimentation, or trying out things, or, you know, maybe getting into a relationship. Now that's something which she cannot discuss, he or she cannot discuss at home. Parents will not be that open. So how is that the child handles that pressure?
You have to have a good sense of direction. And for that, you have to sit down, you have to introspect yourself as to what you want from yourself. If you're okay with doing it, and if you're okay, you have to decide for yourself. At the end of the day, how much taboos will really stop you? It is you who has to decide for yourself, and only determination and conviction in your own beliefs will help you.
Wonderful, Shweta and Avni. At this stage, we take a break, but we'll be back soon to discuss more about what exactly causes peer pressure. Stay tuned. Welcome back to New Age Parenting in Soul Searching segment. Today we have Shweta and Avni, and we are talking about peer pressure. Avni, you talked about, you know, acceptance in school. What are the different groups we have in schools now? We have nerds, we have cool group. What kind of groups we have?
Yeah, we have the kinds who study a lot and who are just into books. You have the kinds who are, you know, who are really outgoing and and they're the party types. I don't know, but I've never been. And yeah, you have, but the thing is that you have to fit in a certain group.
Suppose I don't fit in a certain group, no group I fit
Then
in.
you're an outcast.
And then what will happen to me?
You are pressurized to fit in a certain group because you get a lot of attention if you're not in a group.
So where do you fit in?
You need to break the barrier somewhere. I don't want to be in any group. I am an individual. Why should I be
that's
grouped?
what
Why
most
should
of
I?
the people would like to do that. They don't want to be in a group.
I have to define my individuality. How can I be grouped? Because just because I like to study or I like to party doesn't mean that I'll be in the party group. I may like to read books. Doesn't mean that I'm a nerd. I have a lot of diversity in me. I am not A. I'm not B. I'm a package of things.
That if you are not in a group, you get a lot of attention. So what's so wrong about getting attention?
That is negative attention. It makes you feel so bad because they pressurize you, they taunt you, they make you feel bad, they tell you to change yourself just because they cannot see you like that. You're an eyesore for them because you're not fitting anywhere. You have to change for them. You have to come in either of the groups. And that is not good. That is actually traumatizing for a child, because how are you expected to just change?
As a parent, you knew so much existed in the child's life.
Yeah, definitely, because I'm in this career, I've been teaching since 14 years.
How about the parents who go through the pressure?
It is hell for the parents as well, I mean, I used to be so concerned, I mean, I never wanted to do anything good for myself because my daughter was in trouble. I wanted her to come out of it, I mean, and face the world. And the parents face equally. I must say that.
And what kind of pressure? No, not only when the child is going through, otherwise also. Why?
It is the society,
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're doing, whatever the best careers are today, whatever the best things are today, everybody is saying, okay, tumhare bacche ne ye nahi join kara. So that, affects the parents, and today, in today's world, one has to do everything, and the parents, it all comes back to the parent. When the child says, "Aapne mujhe ye nahi join karaya," it comes back to the parent.
What should the parent do? Parents also need to learn, can learn from you, because they've also always faced the peer pressure, and you people are also facing the peer pressure. And I think both of you are not even aware how you people are dealing. So once you are able to come in open and say that these are the things which we are facing, how the parent should react when some other person is coming and talking about, their children.
Well, you take everything in your stride. That is the first thing to do, and not put pressure. Definitely tell us in such a way that we get encouraged and maximize our potential. But that is it. You should not put pressure, because if you put pressure, not everybody can excel under pressure. Your child could actually go from good to bad, and I would get encouraged.
What irks you the most? Comparisons?
A bit.
Do we compare?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
How can we stop it?
At times I do, when, I mean, some child or some, I mean, somebody in my family, is doing something very good. Then I tell her, I mean, just look at her, just try and follow that. That is the thing. Otherwise, I mean, I don't put pressure on the child.
What do you think? Who handles it better, the peer pressure of the child?
Both the parents. It has to be both of them. And because it's both the parents and the child itself, because if the child is not able to handle your parents can be only your facilitators. They cannot be the ones going there and handling it. You have to gather that much strength to go and handle peer pressure and stand up against those people who are annoying you. So I think it has to be a right combination of your parents and you to sort of stop peer pressure.
Can pressure be ever good or bad? I'm asking both of you.
It's relative.
I think pressure can be good also.
Pressure can be good.
Yeah.
But if the child is taken away from those friends again, who are giving good.
Okay,
peer
the
pressure.
positive ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
And won't it? The child will fall back to the original state.
That depends on what
Yeah,
kind
that
of a
depends on
person
the child.
is, because you can't be dependent on your friends for encouragement. Because how much time will I be with my friends? It's only till 12th. After that I go to college. Do I meet those friends again?
Yeah.
Maybe not. If I meet good friends there, do I meet my friends at workplace? No. I will have a lot of different people I will be interacting with.
So pressure, I think, can never be good. It's only that the people are different. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely.
The
And then
impact
it-
ends
yes.
up being
Yes.
the output is good, but the input is never good.
So our focus should be on the
Input.
strength of the inner being. Actually,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, how the being is reacting. People can be good, can be bad, because we cannot decide on who is going to be there in my child's life.
Very true.
Yes, and thank you so much, Shweta.
Thank you.
Avni, you were with us and you opened up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
This was open soul searching. Yes, we really understand now that the parents also go through peer pressure, and of course, children go through peer pressure. But then there is a way out. We can actually understand that pressure can never be good. If we think that if we put the kids in good company, they'll become a better person. No, we'll have to really work on the child. And maybe, you know, child has a different perspective. The moment he'll come out of that company, he might fall back to his or her original state. The need is to work on the original state. Of course, pressure faced by any individual can actually lead to different personality problems. How to map these conflicts? You know, the conflicts have arrived. Both are facing the pressure, and both are facing pressure because of each other's peers also. So how to map them? Let's try to find out in mapping the conflict. Child's view. They are pressurized to be part of a group, otherwise they face boycott by their peers. Parents' view. Child should choose academically oriented students as friends. Solution. Child should be encouraged to choose his or her kind of friends. Child's view. We are crushed between pressure from peers and expectations of our parents. Parents' view. Child's academic performance or personality affects my status in society. Solution. If parents can learn to handle societal pressure about their child, the child will follow. Child's view. Comparison brings competitiveness and jealousy. Parents' view. Comparison with other children will encourage our child to perform better. Solution. Each child is different. To bring out the best in your child, give him the right and conducive environment. Child's view. If because of our peer pressure, we perform well or become confident, we accept it. Parents' view. There is a positive peer pressure, and in that kind of atmosphere, the child performs well. Solution. There is nothing like positive peer pressure. Changes due to pressure are never permanent unless the person is willing to change. Peer pressure has always been there. We as parents, as adults, have also faced it and tried to handle it in our own way. And the way Avni said, that every individual finds their path to handle the peer pressure. But if there's a support of parents, there's support of family, there's support of friends, it becomes easier. We need to know that when the child goes through the peer pressure, we have to be there as the family, and together we can bring him out. On the other hand, we have to see that whether we get pressurized for our child, you know, that there can be society pressure for the marriage, we take the wrong decisions at time for the career of the child, and that can be actually a lifelong mistake for the child. So we as a parent, as a provider, as a nurturer, have to understand what is good for my child and what is his or her path. I have to allow that for the child to decide. Time now to take your leave, but before we go, we would request you to please send in your suggestions. This is your program. If you want to connect with us, you can mail us at info@newageparenting.net. So time now to say goodbye, but till the time we meet again, enjoy parenting and try to move away from peer pressure, because pressure is not good. Take care. Bye-bye.